So let's go out, make those catches, make those tackles. We're good to go. Let's go.
OP on 3! 1, 2, 3, OP!
You know, minus the pads, it's football.
What's some of your favorite things to do?
Better say something defensive.
Yeah, definitely hopefully pick 6. So the first time I started playing was probably with my brother when I was younger. Me, Mr. McDermott's daughter, and Lorenzo Alexander's daughter, we all played. Last year, I came here for the event that they held for flag football, and it seemed super fun, so I wanted to try it out myself, and it's really fun.
Yeah, I didn't know what to think when I came up through high school, or I didn't know what to think of how organized it would be, or how detailed it would be, or, you know, the rules, the officials, all those type of things. And so we actually went to a game or two her 8th grade year just to watch. And I was really impressed with how organized it was, the schematics of it, the competitiveness of it. And then it was even better this year. I think even the jump from what would have been 2022 season to this season, it was really cool to watch. And
I want to play a lot more football. That only happens if we win. Okay, so let's make sure it happens. Your business. OP on 3.
1, 2, 3, OP!
And I'm Jeff Weiss. I'm a math teacher here at the high school. I have been coaching boys football for a couple years now, and this is my 2nd year teaching girls flag football.
I'm Matt Ferrara. I'm an English teacher here at Orchard Park High School. I'm also a flag football coach, and I'll be a tackle football coach in the fall for the freshman team.
Last year when they announced that they were doing a pilot program, and what I liked about it was the opportunity to do something new, something exciting, to give girls an opportunity to get involved with a sport that I love, to be able to share that love for the sport with, you know, people who traditionally haven't had that opportunity. A lot of times, really, when I think about it, like I think about the opportunities that maybe weren't given to like my sister or my nieces, and I wanted to be kind of at the forefront of that and be able to share the sport again that I love so much with other people who you know, are interested and wanted to be a part of that. So I just thought that was a really cool opportunity to be part of something special and new like that.
I gotta say, before I came out, I loved football and I just wanted to coach it. And I quickly realized that this was something bigger because female athletes haven't had the chance to play football, which has literally changed my life. We've been depriving half of the population of this like beautiful thing. And I quickly realized right when one of our captains said to us after practice, "Why don't you just coach us like you coach the boys?" And it was like this eye-opening moment for me where I'm like, why don't I? This is football, right? And this is this awesome opportunity for these girls. And they have just loved it, soaked it up. And it's just been like an amazing, enlightening thing to be a part of.
I think for me, it's kind of a combination of a couple things. First off is my love for football, right? I mean, I've grown up in walking distance to an NFL stadium. Not everybody can say that. I think that's one of the beautiful things about living here in Orchard Park is that it's, you know, you're right on top of an NFL stadium. Where being able to walk to games and grow up as a kid around the sport has really instilled a passion for the sport in me. But then once I actually got into this position where I was coaching and I realized how much it really meant to the girls and how much that they were invested, I mean, it makes it super easy to put in all the time.
I love my team. They were awesome. I didn't know a lot of them. Like, maybe I knew of them. I didn't really know I would be friends with them by the end of the year. Senior night, like, and all those things, like, they were super sad for me because I had just met all these people and then they were leaving. I love my team. We were all pretty close and super happy with it.
It is very feasible to get a lot of playing time as a freshman on our team, but you're definitely at like a slight disadvantage at the beginning of the year because we just don't know you as well. And then like, I think the first time I was like, oh, okay, was we were in the gym and we were working on being more aggressive going after the football. and they were just dropping next to someone, and I was like basketball shooting the football, and they had to go up for it like a rebound. Well, Lainey's a basketball player, and I see this girl like just goes up, snatches it over somebody. I'm like, oh, that was pretty impressive. Catches it with her hands too, and you know, we go through again. She's up against someone else. It happens again, and it just kept happening and happening and happening, like it was effortless. And I'm like, who is this person? You know, like who is this person? And all of a sudden we're putting her back at safety. She's getting interception after interception. She's catching touchdowns. There's a lot of great athletes on our team, but you know you've got a great athlete when they turn your head, when they do something that is just not normal. She's also just like an awesome kid to coach.
I think Bobby definitely has some influence on her, but everybody always points out, whenever I talk to them, they're always talking about her mom.
Yeah,
you know, and everybody's talking about her mom. So I'm giving her mom a little credit
Do
here.
you think she's a good athlete? I mean,
Because of her mother. she's definitely, I would say the only benefit she got from me other than intelligence in football is my speed. All of her athleticism, her length, all that stuff comes from her mom. So I'll give her mom credit on that. Yeah, I think I can't give myself too much credit.
think you get it from your mom?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I do get speed from you, but everything else is my mom.
Yep.
You know, I feel like it'd be really easy for someone like Lainey to say, don't you know who my dad is? Don't you know who my grandfather is? Like, I should be starting on this team. That's not her attitude at all. She comes in, she works hard every day, and she puts us in a position where we have to put her in. I can't not play her. Because if I'm not playing her, I'm not putting my best athletes out on the field. So I think it'd be really easy for those kids to just, you know, say, oh, you know, you see the last name, right? And none of them do that. And so I think it's cool to have the tie to the team. And I think it's been really good to, you know, kind of explore this relationship and be able to, you know, point out to the girls like, hey, you know, like the stuff that the Bills are doing, a lot of those plays and stuff, those things, like we're doing that.
I think it's just really cool being able to learn this new sport, and it's cool that my dad coaches it because he can teach me a lot, and I feel like it's definitely an advantage to me.
When she gets in the car and she screws up, you know, I make sure I teach her the game that way. No, she does a great job, and, you know, I might impart my wisdom on maybe some things that she did or some ways she can improve, but also obviously tell her what I think she did really good and, you know, those type of things as part of the feedback. But she doesn't want to hear much of what I have to say, no matter whether I'm an NFL coach or not.
So does that mean if he gives you feedback, can you give him feedback after Sundays?
Not really. He's kind of in his own zone on Sundays, so I don't really try to talk.
And that's not true because they let me know when we lose. They let me know.
Oh yeah.
I think if you ask my wife how it is for me to sit in the stands, I think she would say I can let loose and just be a dad a little bit, but there's also the the football coach in me that, you know, I'm not coaching the Bills when I'm at our game, and I might forget sometimes that I'm not doing that at that certain time.
Back up. Back up.
Let's go!
Little flea flicker action. Got it.
Let's go!
A little high-low in the flat. There it is.
Maggie Grisella with a nice out route.
To the right.
Alley Senfield.
To the right.
Can you hear him from the stands?
Yes, I can hear him from the stands. I don't know. Honestly, I'm not even listening to what it is. I just know it's him. Like I always know he's out there.
Let's go. Pick 6. You know, I have my coaching eye on, and I'm looking at schematically how the offense is trying to attack the defense and how what the defense is doing to try to stop what the offense is doing. So it's really impressive. It's very cool, and it's a great opportunity for these girls to be able to learn another sport.
The last thing I'd say is I'm super proud of this group. Again, the biggest thing that bothers me is that I don't get to coach you guys for another game that matters beyond what is really most important, which is just our love for the game. So okay? I think it's really important that it continues to grow. We started with 12 teams as a pilot in Section 6 last year in Western New York, and then this year we've got nearly 30, and I know it's going to continue to grow from there. I think it's really important that the girls get this opportunity, that they get the opportunity to play, to showcase their talent. One of the things that I'm really excited about is actually I had a college reach out and say, hey, we're starting a flag football program and we've got scholarships and we want to give them out to people. Like if I can send one of my girls to school for free, allow her to get a free education and live out her dream, whatever that is, outside of football, but do it like using football to get through there, like that's awesome. That's amazing to me. So like as the game continues to grow and we get more opportunities like that, I just think that's better for everybody in the long run. So I think I've seen a lot of exciting growth over time here. I know I'm seeing things at the national level. There's a lot of talk about it becoming an Olympic sport. I'm hoping by LA in 28 is when they come to LA, that it's an Olympic sport. And I think that'd be really cool to see.
It's all about the kids. It's all about the girls. And just like football means so much to me and you. How could we not want so badly for more and more people to experience that and for that to grow and to become something even more legitimate than it already has become? Like, that's like things that we realize when we get into teaching, when we get into coaching. It's like, wow, this is so much bigger than what I originally thought. And like, this is like bigger than anything that I ever dreamed I would be doing. And it's only year 2, which is like, wow, I can't wait for year 4 and 5.
For a game that I grew up in with my dad coaching and that I played all the way through college and now is my profession, a game that I truly have a passion for, it's really great to see a sport that was, closed off to one gender at some point. When you talk about an organized sport, it's really a good thing for the game of football to open itself up. With my daughter being involved, obviously it's near and dear to me that opportunity's opened for her to be a part of a sport that has been such a big part of all our lives, has moved us all over the country. It's created opportunities for us. It's given us hard times. It's done all these things, and a lot of people follow in the footsteps of their parents. But this is such a unique profession that we get to coach a game for our livelihoods. And so I think it does add something special to the fact that both my kids can be involved with something that is such a big part of our lives.
I hope it becomes like we can see ourselves as like a normal school sport and normal for our team to go to states or something like that. And I also think it's super inspirational to a lot of girls that like they can do whatever they want, because there's always that stereotype that only boys can play football, but I think this shows that girls can do it too.
OP on 3, 1, 2, 3, OP!